The rain had not stopped for days. In the quiet village of Darya Nagar, nestled between rice paddies and whispering bamboo, the river had turned savage, swelling beyond its banks, swallowing roads, and dragging away memories with every rushing wave. People huddled on rooftops, praying for the clouds to show mercy. And in the middle of it all stood Rafiq, barefoot, drenched, barely 15, and with nothing to his name but a rusted bicycle and the stubborn heart of someone who refused to let the world harden him. That morning, he was ferrying jugs of clean water on his bicycle when the road cracked beneath him and a wall of water swept through the fields. He saw people scrambling, screams in the air, cattle drowning, mothers crying. But what caught his eye was a black SUV half-submerged in the floodwaters, its windshield shattered, its horn blaring intermittently like a call for help. And inside was a woman, pale, unconscious, her hair plastered to her face, her hand barely pressed against the glass. Without a second thought, Rafiq dropped his water, ripped off his shirt, and jumped into the current. The water bit at him. Cold, angry, and fast. But Rafiq had grown up swimming in these rivers, fishing with his grandfather, chasing floating coconuts with his younger sister. He moved with the current, not against it. It was instinct now. He reached the car just as it shifted, sinking deeper. The woman was alive, but barely. Her lips were blue. Blood trickled from her temple. He yelled, slammed a rock against the window, and pulled with everything his tiny frame could give. The door gave way. He grabbed her, held her tight, and kicked until his legs burned. People on the shore watched. No one moved. It was too dangerous. But Rafiq didn't stop. He dragged her to a small hill near the banyan tree, an island in a sea of disaster. Laid her down. She wasn't breathing. He had never been taught CPR. But he had seen it on a small, fuzzy television at the school once. With trembling hands, he pressed on her chest and blew air into her lungs. Over and over again. Until she coughed. Until she opened her eyes. Until she whispered, "Where am I?" She was Amelia Stone. She didn't say her name at first, only that she had been lost, her driver swept away, and she had no phone. Rafiq wrapped her in a dry cloth from his bicycle's basket and lit a small fire with old plastic and a piece of wood. He made her tea with river water boiled in an old tin can. They spent 2 days there before a rescue boat found them. By then, Amelia had learned everything about Rafiq. How he dropped out of school to care for his ailing mother. How his father died digging a well for the village. How he believed in helping people, not because someone told him to, but because, if I don't, then who will? She said nothing then. Just hugged him before being taken away. Rafiq never expected to see her again. 3 weeks passed. The floodwaters receded. Life crawled back to broken huts and muddy alleys. Rafiq went back to delivering water, fixing shoes, doing whatever he could to earn coins for bread and rice. One morning, the whole village gathered near the dusty road. A line of black SUVs pulled in. Helicopters hovered above. Men in suits and cameras swarmed the fields. And out stepped Amelia Stone. But now, dressed in crisp white, flanked by reporters, she wasn't just the injured woman from the flood, she was Amelia Stone, the billionaire philanthropist, owner of StoneTech Industries, one of the richest women in the world. She walked through the crowd, past elders, cameras flashing, and stopped in front of Rafiq, who was holding a pair of worn sandals, unsure whether to run or bow. Tears streamed down her face as she knelt before him. "This boy," she told the cameras, "saved my life when no one else would. He didn't know who I was. He didn't ask for anything. He only saw a person in need. And now, it's my turn." She turned to Rafiq. "You said if you don't help, then who will?" she whispered. "Well, today, I will." From that day forward, everything changed. A new school rose in Darya Nagar, named the Rafiq Foundation for Hope. Every child got free education, clean water, medical care. Roads were rebuilt. Flood protections installed. And Rafiq? He got a scholarship. The chance to study. To build a future. Years later, he stood beside Amelia Stone in New York, wearing a suit for the first time, speaking at the UN about climate change, resilience, and the power of ordinary people. Because sometimes, the richest hearts are found in the poorest places. And sometimes, a single act of kindness from a barefoot village boy can ripple out into a wave of hope that touches the world.